Manhattan is where you want to be. Whether you're a dancer, singer, DJ, model, actor, artist, or TV presenter from Africa.
I can really understand why people consider New York City the greatest city in the world. I mean, it's a city that never sleeps. The Big Apple, call it what you like. It's iconic. I mean, the skyline, the yellow cabs. But it's not the city that defines you. It's all the individuals. Here, it's about your personal style. It's about your swag. It's about the clubs you go to, the people you mingle with. And I guess a very small part of who you are is the fragrance you wear.
The new perfume from Carolina Herrera was inspired by the city's famed 80s club Studio 54 and the VIP passes which owner Steve Rebell would hand out not to celebrities, but to New York's most interesting people. Жизель Bündhен would fit the bill perfectly, making her the ideal face for this campaign.
Discovered in Brazil, shipped off to the States, arrived
Shipped off to
here.
Japan first. I went there for my first trip when I was 14.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that was my first trip. That's where they send the models like, okay, if you want to make some money, you should be a lot of catalogs and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't have any experience, you go to Japan first. So I went there when I was 14 years old, and then I went back to São Paulo, and then I came to America at 16.
Explain to me what happened when you first arrived in New York. Were you overwhelmed by this place? Because this is, I mean, whenever I come here, and I always say this is the best city in the world.
I feel like you put your finger on the electric shock. Like that's how I feel like when I arrive in New York City, you know. And for me it was especially challenging at that time because I didn't speak a word of English, which makes you not confident because you can't really express yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, I have a lot of things to say.
Жизель supports Doctors Without Borders and works for the UN Environment Programme, whilst remaining the world's top-paid model for a decade now.
And then you met Mrs. Carolina Herrera.
Carolina Herrera is such a beautiful lady in all the qualities, you know, she has, because she's so charismatic and strong, but such a family woman, still like having, you know, her profession and stuff, and her company is kind of a family thing, owned company, and it's so beautiful. Like the first time I came when I was 16, I did her show. Yeah. And she's always been so kind and so attentive, and you know, when you come and you don't speak a word of English, you know, I spoke Spanish a little bit, and she speaks Spanish fluent, that's her first language. So it was so nice because she made me feel very at ease and very comfortable. And then when she asked me to do this fragrance, they came in, oh, like, you know, you're doing the fragrance for Carolina Herrera. I was so happy. It was like such a nice thing to how things go around, and then you know, it's nice to be working with her again.
But you're an icon to so many, you know, South Americans, and you both made it in New York, and you've had a similar path in life if you think about it, and you're both very elegant and you know, such creative people.
Yeah.
Do you think that's one of the reasons that this affiliation has?
I don't know why she thought of me for the fragrance. Actually, maybe I should ask her that question. But it is really an honor to be called for a project like this, and it was really fun. I feel like it's important to don't forget to have fun, because life can get pretty serious sometimes, you know, and it's like, and it gets heavy and it gets stressful, and it's like, why, like, you know, no, like that's a choice, you know. And I think it's really fun when we can just be consciously just choosing every moment, like, okay, how am I gonna make this fun? And I feel like this commercial was kind of like a very much fun, because there was a lot of different people. Usually I work by myself. I mean, it's like me and like the team. So it was really fun to work with all these different eclectic people. I mean, we were shooting at night in like a party scene, and it was like all this. You really felt the flavor of New York City. You really felt all these different people coming together, and how it really happens in New York City. It's like you feel like you're traveling the world in one room. You know, it's like different languages, different culture, different people, different energy, different talents. You know, people who are very authentic. You know.
Exactly. And it's VIP, but it's not really VIP because it's open to everyone. If you think.
But I think the VIP idea is that this VIP is not about you're famous, because this is not the VIP. It's like, are you interesting? Are you talented in your own special way? Are you unique enough? Are you authentic? You know, are you this special, authentic self and that's what makes you this VIP, I feel. And it was not about like a bunch of like celebrities that come, because this world is so like whatever. But
so hypothetically, I mean, we could go for a drink in New York City and have a time
of your life,
and I could be a VIP.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, really, I really feel that. I mean, I think it's a room of really interesting people. So
you know, it's I don't know what to say because you're the #1 supermodel in the world. You're probably the only supermodel that's left, but you're so down to earth. You're so real.
But we are real.
Yeah, but it's unbelievable. Honestly, you really do fit this brand.
Thank you.
It's you in a bottle.
Thank you.
How would you describe it?
It's very sensual, right?
It is.
Look, what do you think? It's very sensual. It's kind of fresh.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit like like a champagne rosé.
But it's not too sweet either.
Right, which is good because too sweet is not happening, right?
No,
like sweet.
No. I like sweet, but not too sweet.
Too sweet, exactly. It's a sweet, but it's a fresh sweet.
Exactly.
Don't you think?
Exactly.
I think we're gonna call it fresh sweet.
It's perfect.
It's a good name.
Let's spray the room.
Yes, exactly. Let's make it fresh and sweet.
Giselle, you're awesome. Thank you so much for chatting to me.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Saúde.
Saúde.
Essa tu sabe, saúde.
Saúde.
Então manda beijo pra tua namorada.
E te amo, minha linda.
Isso, he knows the right words to say. It's like my husband. He only knows that. I'm like, that's a good word.
It's a good
that's
word.
a good word.
Ciao.
Cheers. Saúde.
Can I have a kiss as well?
Oh, yeah.
Mwah.
Of course.
Mwah. Perfect.
2 kisses, one for me, one for you.
On camera, thank you.
Bye.